My name is Shu Shumai. I grew up in a small farming village in the Sichuan. My father and I were quite poor, yet we always managed to make it to the next day, regardless. I think it was because we had one another to lean on during the tough times. That was until my father became ill. He became so weak, he could no longer stand and wouldn't eat. The doctor told of medicine he could give, but the fee was too high for any farmer to afford it. My neighbor told of her daughter who had traveled to work as a maid in Europe and would send money back. Therefore, I traveled across the sea to Kattenrecht. When I arrived, I met the man my neighbor had told me about, but he was no good man. He told me I was here to work as a prostitute, and when I refused, they beat me so bad I stayed in the hospital for a whole month. They told me I would have to pay back the hospital bill and put me to work. But I was young and stubborn, foolish. I would not give in that easy, so one night I snuck out of the brothel and went to the police. I thought they would help me, but they arrested me for being a prostitute, then put me in jail. It took me 3 years to pay the brothel back for the bail. I guess after that I faded away. I would still write letters to my father. I told him I was working as a maid in a grand house, and with the letters, I would send him knitted sweaters so he would not get cold during the winter. He would always say how proud he was of me and how much better he was becoming with the medicine. Back and forth we would lie to one another until the letters stopped. With no one else to lie, I had to face the truth. That was my life now. We all find one thing to lean on during the tough times. I found mine. Sometimes I will save up for weeks to afford colorful yarn. I like to create new patterns, animals, stars. Once I knitted a sweater with 2 horse heads on each side of the breast with yellow buttons for my friend's child, here in the brothel. I have never seen such pure joy as that little girl's when I gave her the finished sweater. Sometimes when I have clients I think, just get over with it, since I want to go back knitting. Yeah, this one I'm making for my cousin's son back in China. She said her little boy loves going fishing in the river, so I'm making him a sweater with a big fish on the belly.